Welcome to the Pacific Justice and Reconciliation Center, formerly known as the Hawaii Ecumenical Coalition. It is located at 63 North Baratania Street in Chinatown. Pacific Justice has been around since 1987 and is headed by President Dr. Kaleo Patterson and Vice President Dr. Ha'aheo GUANSON. The agency emerged as a response to the effects of tourism, which led to the overall condition of Native Hawaiians in Hawaii and the world. In 1989, the Native Hawaiian scholars, professors, and activists held an international conference on tourism at the Church of Crossroads. Their mission is to expand to education and advocacy related to Native American Indians, Asians, and Pacific Islanders, and indigenous peoples issues in the areas of environmental justice, peace, and nonviolence and demilitarization. And also to create a culture of nonviolence to the children of the world.
The Pacific Justice and Reconciliation Center is a policy advocacy agency that addresses policy issues. Their direct role in the UCC apology delivered hope, forgiveness, and empowerment to the Native Hawaiian community. It also allowed social workers to understand the nature of oppression. This apology instilled hope, and it will also be a route towards moving oppressed people.
It is important for social workers to know about the Pacific Justice and Reconciliation Center because they are devoted to changing the system of injustice, oppression, and inequality throughout their programs and policy issues, which includes traditional and Western educational training and social services. They utilize social work models including the GIM, WEG, cultural competency, social diversity, and advocate for those in need.
On the grounds of Iolani Palace, where thousands of people had gathered, the apology to Na Kanaka was given by Dr. Paul Sherry, President of the United Church of Christ, on January 17, 1993. With tear-filled eyes and deep emotion, his historic words were heard by the young and old, and many were touched with the hope of a new day. This date, January 17, 1993, was the 100th anniversary of the overthrow of the Hawaiian monarchy.
The agency has many programs such as teaching indigenous peacemaking, leadership development, peace martial arts, and promote the power of nonviolent ways to solve conflicts and run the Grey Tarp Project, which addresses the hunger and shelter issues of houseless people. They serve many people in various populations such as the homeless, former inmates, and the Native Hawaiian community. Dr. Patterson and Dr. GUANSON are assisted by dedicated volunteers. Their philosophies follow many great leaders such as Gandhi and Queen Liliuokalani, who all believe that love for one another is important.
The Pacific Justice and Reconciliation Center, which has been in existence for about over 25 years, its purpose is to create a culture of peace and nonviolence for the children of Hawaii and the world. It began back in the mid-80s as we were looking at the effects of tourism on Native Hawaiians. It occurred to many people that tourism was not a positive factor for Native Hawaiians, especially because of the low wages and the demeaning kind of positions that many of the Hawaiians held. It seemed that this was the new plantation. And so we formed an international conference to really explore this. And as a result of the conference, an issue about the apology to the Native Hawaiians by the United States and by the church became an issue. And so after many years of work, we were able to get the United Church of Christ, the founding church that came to Hawaii, to apologize to the Hawaiians on the 100th anniversary of the overthrow and occupation by the United States. And this was in 1993. This also led to the United States apologizing to the Hawaiians. And so our organization's name is really about justice and reconciliation. We are looking at exploring what can we really do to reconcile the effects of the overthrow, in which the people, especially the Native Hawaiians, were displaced, their spirit was broken, and to bring all this together. And so our work continues today. So we are looking at the conditions of Native Hawaiians, those who are living in poverty, who are houseless, who are poor, who are in prison, who are of ill health, and also living in violence. So what we do here at the Pacific Justice and Reconciliation Center, we have programs in the community along the Leeward Coast. We have programs at the university and throughout the community, teaching peacemaking. Peacemaking with a variety of ways, teaching young children as well as adults about how to find personal peace, how to deal with the issues about the injustice that they live in, and to make changes so that we can have a transformation in the world, a nonviolent transformation in which all people are living together with love, justice, peace, and hope. And that is the work that we continue to do day in with various volunteers, people in the community, to all work together. And so it's not just one leader or one person, but each person can make a contribution. Everyone can create a culture of peace and nonviolence, and thus making the world a better place for all. And we can learn from each other and create hope and love and joy. Aloha.
Pala pala anu me kapal